My name is Max. I'm a rising senior from Stamford, Connecticut. I guess that the scope of this presentation will be kind of to do with popping, which is a form of hip hop dance, which I'll kind of elaborate further, and how I kind of utilize that to kind of like, I guess, bring inspiration into my own entrepreneurial kind of career and then expanding my own nonprofit as well. So kind of like a similar thing with R Dash's kind of presentation, but it's a little bit tweaked, and it's showing my own kind of progression and how to combat other kind of issues and hardships like cultural shock, for example. So I guess I'll start. All right, so I already introduced myself, and today I'll be presenting to you guys about finding or a light bulb that will make you guys feel inspired or motivated to pursue something that you love to do. All right, so here's a little bit about myself, my background. So from an early age, I am always invested into rhythm and music. So as you can see from these images, I love drumming. I love to kind of goof around, make silly faces, and I communicate with other people and like-minded peers. So through these drumming and performances and dancing, I was able to communicate myself with other people and feel comfortable in a community and space in which everyone loves what I do, and I like to share what I do to other people. In a way, music is a way for me to kind of communicate with others through instrumentation, through rhythm, and through an indirect way of physical movements communicating to a group of audience members. But that all changed when I came to the US for education in 2016. So prior to that, I was in China in a community and space that I'm very familiar with. But going to a country that's from the other side of the globe with no one that I know of, I'm leaving everything behind, including my friends, my teachers, my mentors, my family relatives, and most importantly, my culture. So upon arriving to campus in a new school, this is the first image that I took. And I guess you guys can say that, okay, I was really happy, really stoked to start this new journey, this new career. But in reality, I know that deep inside, I was very afraid and not knowing what to come next. And once I stepped into that building, I still remember the shock that I have to realize that I'm the only Asian person that I could see in that school. And eventually I realized I am a social outcast given that I'm the only international student actually in that upward school. So feeling really different and feeling just being like this other person who does not know the American culture, including the most talk about entertainment industries like hip hop culture or even American football, I kind of entered into like the stage of, just feeling very not self-confident, feeling self-doubted, and really not know what to do next. And I recall there were times, especially during rainy days on the weekends, where I would sit inside my home, look outside on the windows and see like these rain droplets and think to myself, what should I do to make myself some new friends, create some connections, and go from there. And here's an opportunity that I realized that I had one day in the first few weeks of school. So I signed up for an elective class for theater. And at the time, I didn't really think too much about what it could bring me. But actually, it kind of changed the whole course of my outlook in the American lifestyle. So I remember walking to class the very first day, being the only male in that class, feeling really awkward, to be honest, because I don't really know these people, not knowing how I can best incorporate myself in this interactive session. But the teacher eventually gave us an exercise in which he played a music for us to dance to. So I took the opportunity to kind of express myself through dancing. And by the end of the class, students or classmates all came to me and asked, how did you do that? How did you do that body wave, that arm wave, those robotic movements? And, oh, sorry. And this is where popping dance came in. So popping dance is a form of hip hop dance that basically mimics robotic or wavy movements. So I will demonstrate later what this means, but basically this was something that I emphasized um, throughout my entire childhood, connecting both dancing and physical movements with rhythm and a passion. And from there, I eventually established a hip hop gang club in my middle school, my first approach to becoming a leader in my own school community. And from there, my confidence soared, and I began to, perform in more talent shows, auditions, and stuff like that to kind of make myself more known in the community, as well as creating more communities in which students like myself, like music, came together and shared our own passions respectively. So here's some images of me showing my passion to other people and performing as well. And using this passion at this current high school, I was able to become a prefect in dormitories, which means that I help counselors to, have freshmen adapt to our boarding school lifestyle, as well as creating a nonprofit in which I talk about some cultural shock tips and also the application process ambiguities when applying to prestigious boarding high schools. So I kind of emulated my own personal experiences and help other students kind of get through that learning curve and those hardships as well. And now I'm at LaunchX, and I'm really interested and passionate to kind of work with like-minded peers to start to make startups and kind of pursue this entrepreneurial career as well. And I also really want other students like myself to find something that I can find an opportunity to strike a trigger in which you will use that passion to help other people as well. So here's like a very quick clip of what popping dance is like. So hope you guys enjoy. All right. So, oops. So that's my presentation, and I really hope you guys liked it, and I hope everyone has a great experience throughout the LaunchX